me, evil bald guy, in the search for other evil
Hurry,
bald
Mr.
guy.
B. I can see the angels
Don't
dancing in the sky.
make demands of me, child. Right, so we're looking for Fontaine. We've got an annoying child in tow. I don't know how linear this is going to be. I'm tempted to forego hacking unless it's for a save.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Will you shut up? Gosh. I think worse than demanding children.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
It's been a long road. You don't even remember most of it. Put you on a soap when you were just a sprout.
Slow down! God's sake.
Hop, Mr. B. No time to waste.
Oh my god, you're gonna get us killed! There's blood on the floor in there! Alright, she's toast. Wasn't my fault, Tenenbaum. She's reckless,
Hurry,
inconsiderate.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Who's
Hurry,
fight?
Mr. B.
That was
I
a
can see the
that was a big daddy fighting
angels
someone.
dancing in the sky.
Am I supposed to be fighting? Yeah, I've just got to follow her, right?
I really wound you up with that wife and child bit.
No.
Oh, me poor Moira. I me wee baby Patrick. Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with me.
Right, I can't use this because I have to be too accurate, so
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
the child is going to die. Right, I can see a camera.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Okay, I've made a grave error.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels waiting for kisses. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels.
Oh, any nice.
dancing in the sky. Oh, Mr. B.
Look at them.
We hit the jackpot.
Even though they are physically free as they need to gather, Su Cheng's mental conditioning still holds them to their terrible past.
Mr. B.
For sins such as this, you can never atone.
No, you can't, Tenenbaum. Instead, you've decided to sacrifice me.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Oi!
Time to go, Mr. B. What? Oh. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles! It makes me special. Hurry, Mr. B. Angels.
Oh my god, this is gonna get really annoying. Please tell me you have some other dialogue.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Where's the camera? There it is.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels dancing in the sky. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Alright, this is gonna be another point defense. Sorry,
No
don't
time
know.
to waste.
Don't know why I did that. You harvest him, you little horror.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Watch out!
This
The
one's
set in their house will draw the attention of this blacksmith.
Yeah, I understand that.
It was a pretty danger, Mr. B. Don't be a slug like This angel looks like dancing.
Oh, anti-personnel rounds are just the best.
No time to waste.
Tempted to let them just kill her because she's really annoying.
I said him, Master. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel.
Oh, please
Dancing
stop.
in the sky. It makes me special. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Hang on.
Hurry, Mr. B! Angels are waiting for our kiss.
Okay, we got a hack tool. I'll use all my hack tools actually then.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Just walk into a turret. Now she's gonna die, man.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel
Ignore the laws of
dancing in the
pathogenic
sky.
parasites. Rapture is on the rise.
Oh!
Protect the little ones. They are not longer infused with Adam. They are as vulnerable as any child. If a little one falls, you can call for another at the vent. But to
Another
lose
one?
one is a sin.
We're just watching kids die
Only
here.
the little ones can open these doors. You must protect them.
That is so grim. That is unfathomably grim. I know it's my fault, but... Oh. God, we've just got an endless supply of... children.
Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to waste.
Don't you hop me.
Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles! Time to go, Mr. B! Time to go, Mr. B! Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles! Hurry, Mr. B!
Don't know what I was thinking.
Dancing in the
Never spliced up once the whole time I was down here in this aquarium. Figured it was bad to mix business with pleasure, but... Woo! Forget all the nose candy and floor polish I've been wasting time with. This stuff is the mother's milk.
God.
No time to waste. Hurry, Mr. B! Angels are waiting for our kisses. Hurry, Mr. B! Angels are waiting for our kisses. I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B.
Right, point defense.
Hurry, Mr. B! I can see.
God damn it.
Will draw
dancing in the sky. Time to go, I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B. Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Lucky headshot. Damn it.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpoke. Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the sky.
Right, I'll use the auto hack tools until I run out.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B. Time to go, Mr. B. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to waste. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Oh my god, please.
Angels don't wait for slowpoke.
Yeah, she might as well use me. Sorry, friend.
Mr. B. Angels are waiting.
Better for the girls to be with you. Better with you than alone. Alone in the crawling darkness.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B.
I'm all full
Hurry,
anyway.
Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the sky.
Where are we? Okay, so I've maybe missed some optional bits, but whatever. I know I should be using my plasmids to deal with the enemies a bit more. Oh, great.
That might be plenty for the wicked scrubs and the pencil pushers, but I need more. More! I want a slice, and I don't know to slice with!
A pain is nearby. We're reaching close now.
Dancing in the sky.
Fair enough.
Dream time, Mr. Bubbles.
Right,
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
what do I need?
Bienvenido al Amoranito! Feel your cravings at the Circus of Value! Muchas gracias!
Yeah, more health. Sure.
There. You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontaine of his Adam. It is the only way to defeat him.
Here, take this. Stick in the bad man.
Where did she go? Can't see anything with this thing on my head.
Pick up the needle.
Oh.
Fontaine waits above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face him before moving on.
Alright. Right, exploding book. Sure. Anti-personnels. Yep. More anti-personnels in the pistol. We can be more accurate with that. What should we put in here? Let's keep the frag grenades for now, because we can hold more of them. Yep. Yeah, let's go incendiary bolt in this. We've got, yeah, napalm there. Let's have electric gel equipped, actually. I'm not sure how useful Winter's Blast is going to be. I imagine the target dummy might be pretty useful here. So we'll have that equipped by default. And we'll keep the pistol out for now. With no, he might have armor. You never know. Oh no, he might have like an army of little drones as well. I'll just keep the normal rounds on because it's quite quick to change the ammo on this. So, all right, guys. What do I think is going to happen? Well, we're going to have a very messy boss fight, maybe. I know I've missed some areas, but let's just deal with him. I don't know if Tenenbaum's going to stab us in the back here, because from what I understand and from what we've been told, a transformation into a Big Daddy is permanent. I don't know if that means we're permanently trapped in this suit now. So I kind of think we're about to meet our demise here. We're going to die. Like, Fontaine's bound to have something, another trick up his sleeve in regards to a trigger in our mind, maybe. So I don't know. I feel like, yeah, we're going to meet our demise here, but... Alright.
I remember when me and the crowd put you in that sub. You were no more than 2.
Really?
You were my ace
All right.
in the hole, but you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son.
Right.
And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
Right, so we did have a life. I kind of thought we were born older, born as an adult. So we did actually have a life. Oh, God. This is like a real, proper boss fight.
Go! Go now! Hit him with the needle!
Evil bald guy! Oh! Attack the... There must be it. What's he calling me? Strafe! I'm out of anti-personnel.
Need a minute. And I'm gonna cut you into bits.
Right, now he's icy.
You think I'm alone in this world? I got more than enough mobs to watch my back while I recharge. Come and get it, Luke!
Haha, got you with the fire! Oh, there's an alarm going off.
You think it'll be...
Is there not a bot control thing somewhere?
I'm ready for you. Come and get it, Luke. Come and get it, Luke. I'm ready for you.
Oh, I thought that was a robot control.
I'll get you. Come and get it, Luke. Come and get it, Luke.
What is he calling me?
I'm finished. Good money for you. And this is what I get?
Electricity this time?
Come and get it. Catch my breath. I'm gonna bury you and all their little eggs.
Uh-oh. His final form.
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and I tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is. And now,
Careful, kids. We've got to inject. Have we got to inject ourselves with it now? House of Horus. Are we still in the suit?
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them.
Really?
You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance. A chance to learn. To find love. To live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
Okay. That was Bioshock. Okay. I don't know what to think about that ending. This feels like music written for the game, so I don't think this will get copyright claim. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a bit of an abrupt ending. Wow. Okay, that was Bioshock. Oh, I don't know what this is. Yeah. Welcome to the... Oh. I don't know what this is, but let's just do this so that... Welcome to the Museum of Orphaned Concepts, a guided tour of ideas that Irrational Games discarded or reworked heavily during the making of the original Bioshock. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so, I mean... Yeah, it's been a cool experience. I think that it's not an experience that I've enjoyed every aspect of. I mean, there are certain things that it does really well, but I think that I think the problem is I think I've just got that final third of the game, like post Andrew Ryan's death and Fontaine revealing himself. I just think that was like the story wise, that was just the most like deflating part. So I kind of I've got that part of the game like fresh in my head, and that was probably like the worst part of it was Fontaine himself. Just man, I want be powerful. Me use all weapons, kill everyone kind of guy. Just seemed a bit considering like how interesting a lot of the surrounding this like the whole concept of this place is. And despite Andrew Ryan was interesting as a political figure and from like a philosophical sense, you know, the like extreme individualism and all that kind of stuff was really interesting. But then to go from him to Fontaine, to go from him and having Atlas with us as well, to then it being flipped and us having Tenenbaum be our guiding voice, and then Fontaine is the villain, was just kind of that aspect really didn't work. But I don't think that works for anybody. I don't think anybody would have felt particularly felt much of anything except annoyance about Fontaine, whereas Andrew Ryan at least had a bit of flavour about him. Wow, this is really cool. Look at all the different concepts. Look at all this! That's awesome. Why isn't that in the game? Yeah, I mean, I think like overall my experience, what I'd say is I think that the gameplay overall has held up really well, for the most part. Like obviously I don't, as I've explained, I'm not particularly good at fast-paced shooters and stuff, but I don't think the game is necessarily a shooter in a traditional sense. It has lots of gameplay variety. You can pick your own kind of play style. You can be quite a bit stealthier if you so choose. You can kind of be a magic wielder essentially by using lots of plasmids on rotation to do damage, or you can just be like a gun wielder. And you know, the resources are spaced out enough for the most part. We obviously kind of picked up loads of stuff towards the end, so that you have to use the right tools for the right job. And yeah, considering this game was this 2008? So this is like nearly 15 years old now. The gameplay does hold up really well. I think that there are, in terms of the story, I think that the one thing that I struggled with is the kind of lack of face-to-face interaction that there is throughout the game that kind of distances you a little bit from some of the principal characters. But I think that what that helped with is that it kind of, other than Fontaine, I think it created like a sense of allure around like Andrew Ryan and Tenenbaum and Atlas as well, right? We were kind of hypothesizing about what his true motives are. How come he's so powerful that he can communicate with us and knows so much and all that stuff. Like, I think that's the good thing about having like characters who are just kind of voices at a distance, is that you kind of start wondering who they are, and there's like a mystery to their true intentions, right? And I think that maybe the game revealed the true intentions in maybe a bit early, and maybe they revealed them in just kind of the wrong way. I feel like Fontaine revealing his plans would have been much better face to face. But yeah, I don't know. It just felt a bit foolish for him to not kill us you know, just straight away and never tell us any of it, right? But maybe at the end, like you said, he had some sort of attachment to us, some sort of weird attachment, and maybe just been driven mad by his abuse of Adam, and you know, all the plasmids and stuff. But yeah, that's the biggest problem. One thing I do wish, because I think that the most interesting part of the game, in terms of the story, kind of is Rapture itself, right? I think. Wow, look at this. Is this like, yeah, this is hook hands. Well, look at this. The only thing, sorry, just going back to the gameplay, I'm being a bit scatterbrained. I think what I thought at first, because when I saw like the menu for the bathysphere locations, I thought that we were going to kind of have each zone was going to kind of be a bit video gamey in its structure, where there'd be like an area boss, similar to how was it Dr. Steinman, the surgeon, in that first area was like the boss at the end of the level, and similar to, I guess, similar to oh, what's his name? The eccentric guy, the performing arts guy, Sander Cohen. That's it. He wasn't really a boss because he was optional, but like I thought it was going to be a bit like that. I think that the problem that the game had for me a little bit, besides the big turn of Atlas to Fontaine, was that each area needed its own little villain. I think that would have worked a bit better. Like if each building or each area kind of had its own little mob boss that could have had its own flavor. You know, so there was Steinman, and then you could have had these different figureheads and had like a nice little boss fight just to vary up the pacing a little bit, particularly in that last third, right? I mean, Fontaine could have had a couple of people who worked for him who had their own kind of weird powers, similar to Sander Cohen. So that was one thing I thought the game needed. But I think that besides some of the obvious stuff, like there was some of the weird audio balancing, that might just be maybe because I've got 3D audio on, or I've got surround sound on in my headphones. It might just be because it's an older game and it's interacting with a newer, because I've got Dolby Atmos on, I think, and so maybe it was just like a weird interaction with that. Maybe it's not like that for everyone. But yeah, that was a little bit immersion breaking at times, where you could hear people through the walls, and alarms would go off when you were trying to listen to tapes and things like that. But I guess suppose from like a lore perspective, as I was saying, like the city itself and the way it would have operated was so interesting, and just like learning about like the boring things about the city would have been cool. Like, you know, just like the infrastructure, the general politics, the businesses, how it was when it was just full of people and it was a city, right? Before things kind of broke apart in the inevitable way that they did. And I suppose that is sometimes the frustration with a lot of video games that are in a post-apocalyptic setting. I know this is just not a post-apocalypse per se, but Rapture, you know, is destroyed. So it's kind of, you kind of wish you could have seen the place before it fell apart almost. But so what I feel like I would have liked is the lore to have been delivered in a variety of ways, and not just through the recordings, because like I say, there wasn't always a good time to listen because there was no like safe haven in the game, which I don't necessarily think it needed. And I know I can listen to them in the menu and stuff, but because the game can be quite chaotic, you don't always think to do that first. Maybe that's my fault. But then, yeah, I just feel like there could have been a few other ways. Just, you know, maybe some books, maybe some written diary entries, maybe some videos of maybe one of the bars or one of the theaters, what it looked like when everything was working all right. I know we had like some of the memories with the ghosts and stuff, but they were really fuzzy. We didn't really get to see anything in massive detail. So I feel like that was one thing that I wanted more from the game, was just, I appreciated what they were trying to deliver with the audio recordings, but just put them in a few different formats so that you can absorb them in a few different ways, not just like always these kind of muddled recordings. So yeah, I feel like some more written entries, some written diary entries, maybe some recordings of Rapture, like a little cutscene you could have, because you know there are security cameras everywhere, like a security camera recording when things were going on in the city. Maybe that would have been really interesting. Just little things like that, or maybe I just missed a load of stuff in the menu through not clicking on it enough. But yeah. And I guess that ending was a little weird, because I don't know how attached I feel to Jack, because that's I guess that's our journey. I genuinely didn't think we were going to get. It was weird that we just kind of left and it was tied up in a neat little bow like that. Yeah, not sure how I feel about that. That we just got to leave. You know, we got told that no one gets to, once you turn into a big daddy, that's it. It's over. But I guess we're special after all. And when we raised, how many little sisters were there? There were like 4, and there were more than that in the orphanage. Did the rest of them just have to stay here with Tenenbaum? Jesus. But yeah, it's been a fun experience. But I think that final, I don't know if it was like a final third of the game with Fontaine, definitely dragged like massively. And I was kind of just wanting to get to the end at that point because, you know, the big twist had come. And I was maybe kind of thinking, well, maybe there's going to be another twist with Tenenbaum, but there really wasn't. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It's been an enjoyable experience, but the one thing I will say, I'm not entirely sure about playing the other 2 games. I don't really know. I'm a bit on the fence, to tell you the truth. Story-wise, I know that the brief outlines of the games, and I'm way more interested in Infinite than I am in Bioshock 2. Bioshock 2 the story doesn't sound great, and it's back in Rapture as well. Whereas I think Infinite, because it's in a new place, new story, new characters, that has a bit more of an appeal to me. So you guys maybe just have to tell me, but I hadn't intended on doing the playthroughs back to back anyway, because I'm just trying to have a bit more variety. Like I said I've been talking to you guys about. I said in a community post, just so that I can keep, like these 20-hour-ish playthroughs, just so that I'm keeping a bit more variety. Because after playing Cyberpunk and Elden Ring, which were just ate up the whole channel for so long, I'd like to just jump between games and worlds and aesthetics and styles a bit more. So yeah, I probably will play 2 and 3, or 2 and Infinite, but you guys maybe have to sell me on Bioshock 2 a bit more, just because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But you play as a big daddy, right, who's searching for whose little sister died or something. It's set like 10 years after the events of this game or something. Whereas Infinite is set in a different place with much different storyline. But yeah, that's been Bioshock. I didn't want to sound like I was being too negative, but I think that a lot of the interesting things about the city could have just been built on a little bit more. Like the politics of the whole thing and the struggle, like outside of the audio logs. But that's just me. But also, I guess maybe because the game is quite fast paced by my standards, maybe it was just I struggled to go slow enough to bring out the best of some of that lore. Because I was too busy being scared and running away all the time. But yeah, that's been Bioshock, guys. I'll have a chat about it with you in the comments down below. So I hope you've enjoyed Bioshock. It's been a cool experience. I'm glad I played it. Great concepts. The art style still holds up. It doesn't look dated. I know that this is a remastered version still, but the remastered version is like eight years old, right? So even the remastered version is quite old. So still looks great. Still plays great. Sparked a lot of cool ideas and conversations about political structures and individualism, collectivism. There was some cool sci-fi concepts as well, I guess, to do with programming and like with Jack and him being like a Manchurian candidate kind of character and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Very interesting. So we'll leave it there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this series. If you did, maybe leave a like on the video. And just remember, everybody, never trust an on-crate. I'll see you next time.